Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing great at your places. And today we'll be starting with a new chapter that is a comedy of manners. We all know what do you mean by manners are the etiquettes. The manners are basically those etiquettes, those things that we basically learn from our family members. Manners are always, they are not inborn, they are always achieved from our parents, from our siblings, and whatever we learn at our places, they are known as manners, right? That is manner of walking, of talking, of eating, of how you are sharing your things with the others, how you are interacting with other siblings, your friends, with your family, with your neighbors, and a lot of more people you when you interact. So what are the manners or etiquettes? आप क्या hold कर रहे हैं? These things they are reflected in your personality and they build your personality. Let's just begin with this chapter that is a comedy of man, right? The title of our chapter is The Comedy of Manners. Let's just read this story. These are the two acts from George Bernard Shaw. Most popular play है जिसका नाम क्या है? पाए जिसका नाम है Pie Gamblin, right? So let's just begin. What are the characters? Is first is the Higgins. The next one is the Flower Girl जिसका नाम है Eliza Doolittle. Then of course it's Alfred Doolittle. This is Pierce, and of course Colonel this Pickering, right? Let's just begin. This is the Act 2 and Scene 1. So it's 11 a.m. Professor Higgins laboratory Wimpole Street में laboratory में ये professor हैं. The lab is in the Higgins house में है. Higgins house में है lab, right? Which she has a writing table जिसमें writing table है. एक phonograph है. What do you mean by phonograph? Related to sound, right? Right. A box of wax cylinders है वहाँ पे for the phonograph on it और उसके ऊपर phonograph है और कुछ furniture है. This Higgins uses phonograph to record the people speaking different accents में जो ऐसे लोग बोल रहे हैं. He used to record in that phonograph. Phono means sound and graph means they record करती है. For the purpose of research and study के लिए they used to record all those accents which are spoken by different people. So Higgins is in the conversation with his friend Pickering when his housekeeper, Mrs. Pierce, she just came, right? Ushers a young lady. She looks to be a member of a middle class की member दिखती हैं and she is wearing a shoddy old coat पहना हुआ है उन्होंने जो कि बहुत ही ज्यादा clean dress पहनी हुई है. She also has a frightful looking hat पहनी है उन्होंने with brightly colored ostrich feathers है उस hat के ऊपर. Higgins, hello. It's the flower girl I met yesterday. ये तो वही flower girl है जिसको मैं मिली थी. What are you doing here? आप यहाँ क्या कर रही हैं? The flower girl. I'm come to help you, governor. मैं आपकी यहाँ पे help करने आई हूँ. Higgins, help? मदद करने के लिए? You are of no use to me. I have already recorded your accent. Just be gone, my girl. I have already recorded your accent. You can go. Right. The flower girl. Don't you see me? Don't you be so saucy. I have came here to have lessons. मैं यहाँ पे lessons पढ़ने आई हूँ and to pay for them too, and I will definitely pay. And Higgins, lessons wait. Just first tell me your name. अपना नाम बताओ. Flower girl. It's Alizia Doolittle. मेरा नाम क्या है? Alizia Doolittle. Pickering, pleasantly. Happy to meet you, miss. Uh, और now, what lessons do you want Higgins to help you with? आप कौन से lessons पढ़ना चाहती हैं? Eliza, I am to make talk more better and more genteel. मेरे को बहुत ही अच्छे से बोलना सिखा दीजिए और that too in a soft voice. Right, Higgins, surprise. Why? Whatever for? किस चीज के लिए? Eliza takes a deep breath. I want to be a lady in a flower shop. मैं flower shop में एक lady बनना चाहती हूँ. And instead of selling this flowers को सड़क पे बेचना चाहती हूँ. And I want to give me lessons. आप मुझे lessons दीजिए so that I can talk like a lady. मैं एक lady के जैसे बात कर सकूँ. Looks like a lady and जिससे कि मेरा काम मैं बहुत अच्छे से कर सकूँ. One of those fancy flower shops पे. Higgins, so how much you will pay for me? Pay to me, Eliza. She's saying. A friend of mine pays 18 pence an hour. 18 pence देती है for the French lessons. But I cannot pay you much my own language, all right, so I won't give you more than a shilling. मैं तुमको ज्यादा पैसे नहीं दे सकती हूँ. Again, oh no, it's an impossible task. Your accent is terrible and your grammar is atrocious. Atrocious means absolutely rubbish, right? Eliza, that is why I need lesson in it. मुझे इसलिए lessons चाहिए. Please, can't you teach me a grammar and all that, please? Right, Higgins, I don't want to ninny hammer on my head. मुझे सरदर्दी नहीं चाहिए. This is Nini hammer means sardardi hona, right? Now, Eliza, now see here, Governor, why are you calling Nini hammer? ऐसे सरदर्द क्यों बोल रही हो? Pickering, here Higgins, quiet down. Will you stop teasing her? उसको tease करना बंद करो and just hear me out. I'm interested now. What about the investors? Garden party. Garden party के बारे में क्या है? Higgins, what about it then? Pickering, I'll tell you. I will humbly agree that you are the greatest teacher in the land, and please, just you are able to pass Aliza as lady at the party. I will even pay you for her lessons. आप इसको अच्छे से पढ़ाइए. I will definitely pay you for all those parties. Aliza, oh, you are really good. Thank you, Captain. Thank you for helping me see. She is wearing a hat जिसके ऊपर ये क्या लगे हुए हैं? Feather. Right. Higgins, so what is life but a series of inspired follies? बहुत सारे लोग जो हमें हर दिन इंस्पायर करते हैं. Can I do it? Never lose a chance. I shall make a duchess of its plebeian. मैं इन चीजों से बहुत ही अच्छे इंसान को निखर के लाके दे सकता हूँ. Eliza, there is no need to call me names, Governor. नाम लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. So yes, 6 months. No, of course, in 3 months she had a quick year. Quick year means she is very alert, very quick and quick tongue. I'll take her anywhere and pass her for anything. मैं इसको बहुत अच्छे से सिखा दूंगी. I will fool everyone into thinking that she is a member of upper class. मैं इसको ऐसा सिखाऊंगी इतना अच्छा accent that everybody will be thinking that she belongs to an upper class. Pickering, that's the spirit, my friend. यही तो अच्छी बात है. Higgins, you girl, where are your parents? आपके parents कहाँ हैं? Eliza, I Higgins no parents. My stepmother turned me out when I was big enough to make my own money. मेरी step mom ने मुझे घर से बाहर निकाल दिया था जब मैं थोड़ी बड़ी बन गई. When I was capable of earning the money. Higgins, well, that settles everything now. अब चीजें सब settle हो जाएंगी. Must just clean up her up, please, and send me some new clothes for her. इसके लिए नए कपड़े लेकर आओ, right? Mrs. Pierce hustles Aliza to give off her bath and of course नए कपड़े दिए. Higgins, the greatest difficulty will be get her talk to grammar. कि grammar पढ़ाने में थोड़ा सा difficulty आएगा. Suddenly an elder but vigorous man enters the room. उन्होंने बोला he has an expressive face and of course air of a stern resolution. He has a very expressive expressions as well as a very expressive face और बहुत ही ज्यादा इसके पास ऐसा है कि लोगों को ये अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट कर सकता है. Higgins, now who are you? अब आप कौन हैं? So now the man जो प्रोफेसर हिगिंस है, he is just greeting morning to that governor. I came of a serious matter. मैं यहाँ पे आया हूँ because I want to discuss some serious matter along with you. Right, Higgins is saying this, brought up in a Hounslow. Mother is a Welsh and I think that I can hear it in his accent. मैं उसके accent में इन बातों को सुन सकता हूँ. And who might you be? और आप कौन हैं? Right, the man named Alfred Doolittle. उनका नाम क्या है? Alfred Doolittle, sir. Higgins, well, what do you want, Doolittle? आपको क्या चाहिए है? Doolittle, I just want my daughter. That's what I want. मुझे सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपनी बेटी चाहिए. Higgins, yeah, well, of course you do. You are her father, aren't you? You don't suppose anyone else wants her. आप obviously उनके father हैं and you really do not want कि anybody to have her daughter, right? Well, I am happy to see you that you have some thought for your daughter. कि आप अपनी daughter के लिए बहुत ही अच्छे विचार रखते हैं. Doolittle painstakingly is trying to follow the Higgins word and oh, right. Next is Higgins. What do you want her? You want her well. क्या आप उन्हीं को चाहते हैं अपनी बेटी को take her away at once. एक ही बार में आप अपनी बेटी को लेकर जाइए. Doolittle. What? Higgins, take her away. आप उसको लेकर जाइए. This is what you have came to do, right? यही तो आप करने आए हैं. उनको लेकर जाइए. Doolittle, sadly now look here, Governor, is it fair to take advantage of me? क्या ये बिल्कुल ठीक है? आप मेरी चीजों का क्या कर रहे हैं? फायदा उठा रहे हैं? I am only a poor man who has come here जो यहाँ पे आया है because a strange man के पास मेरी क्या है? Daughter है. Well, what do you wanting with her? आपको मेरी बेटी से क्या चाहिए है? Speaking, Mr. Doolittle, I assure you that you are your intentions, जो आपकी intentions हैं, you his intentions वो बिल्कुल honorable हैं, respectful हैं, right? He simply wants to teach your daughter to act like a lady, that how to behave in a ladyish manner, in a womanish manner, right? Doolittle, oh, a lady, how can I believe you? How may I trust you? Eliza जो है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा innocent lamb है, एक बहुत ही ज्यादा innocent है. She is very kind and she knows nothing. उसको कुछ नहीं पता and it's my duty to protect her. और ये मेरी ड्यूटी है कि मैं उसको प्रोटेक्ट करूँ. Higgins, thoughtfully, I think you have not came here to take her away. आप उसको यहाँ पे लेने नहीं आए हैं. I think you have come to extort money from me. कि आप extort means to scratch, मतलब किसी से क्या ले लेना, extract कर लेना पैसा हमसे. Right, do little, protesting and changing the track. No sir, I ain't want to. मैं ऐसा नहीं चाहता हूँ. I don't want to stand in the way of her career. मैं उसके करियर के बीच में नहीं आना चाहता हूँ. See, करियर की स्पेलिंग में CAR, एक सिंगल आर है, बट इफ इट इज कैरियर देन इट्स CARR, राइट. Higgins, I believe that I am done with you. मेरा हो चुका है. You are with you, and I found you rather tiresome. You are very, मतलब I found you that the matter is already done, and I have already, मतलब मेरा हो चुका है, और अब मैं बहुत ही ज्यादा थक चुका हूँ. इससे ज्यादा I cannot do. Here, take this money and just go away. आप पैसे लीजिए और यहाँ से जाइए. Two little hurries to the door. वो जल्दी से डोर के पास गया. Nearly bumps to Mrs. Pierce के पास गया. Who is accompanied by Lovely, जो कि accompany है Lovely के साथ. And inquisitively clean young lady. She is dressed in a blue cotton kimono में उन्होंने पहना हुआ है. What is a kimono? Kimono is basically a long coat, right, which is worn over the normal clothes, right. The young lady gone. Don't you know your own daughter? क्या आप अपनी बेटी को खुद से जानते नहीं हैं? Higgins, Doolittle and Pickering simultaneously. Blimley, it's Eliza by Jove. मेरा नाम क्या है? Eliza, and that is by Jove, and he simultaneously took his name. Now, Eliza, don't I look silly? क्या मैं बेवकूफ तो नहीं लग रही हूँ? Higgins, awestruck silly by Jove. Mrs. Spears, now Mr. Higgins, there is no need to turn her head and make her conceited. उसकी बातों को उसको घुमाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Higgins, abashed. Oh yes, Eliza, I surprised you do look silly. आप बहुत ही ज्यादा silly लग रही हैं. If you say so. Do little. Well, I never thought that she had cleaned up as good looking as that, Governor. Well, if you want her mind improve, अगर आप चाहते हैं कि इसका mind improve हो, that I ain't gonna stop you. मैं बिल्कुल भी आपको stop नहीं करूँगा. So long, gentleman. He just leaves. Okay. Moving on to this act 2, scene 2. So a few days later, just ये जो Eliza है, she is seated in Higgins study room में वो है. Yet professor and of course that Pickering, her lessons have begun. उनके lessons start हो गए हैं. Higgins is striding restlessly, बहुत ही बिना थके उनको पढ़ा रही हैं. About Eliza is nervous fidgeting. उसको थोड़ा सा डर लग रहा है. Say your alphabet, Eliza. Please बोलिए. Eliza, I know my alphabet. Do you think that I know nothing? क्या मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है? तुमको आपको ऐसा लगता है? I don't need to be taught like a child. मुझे बच्चे की तरह पढ़ाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Higgins angrily, just say it. Speaking, say it, said Eliza. Miss Eliza, just say it. Do what he tells you. जो आपको बोल रही है, please करिए, and let him teach you. Let him teach you in his own way. उनको अपने तरीके से आपको पढ़ाने दीजिए. Alicia, bye. She was just telling all those words. Again, stop for heaven's sake. You heard this, Pickering? This is what we pay for as elementary education in this country. हमको इसको पूरा elementary education देना होगा. Puts his hand in defeat. वो थोड़ा सा defeat मतलब वो हार गई. Saying exactly how I was saying ABCD. जैसे मैं बोल रही हूँ, please do the same. Alicia, almost in tear, but that's why I'm saying bye. Right. Again, stop. Say a cup of tea. Eliza, a capace, right? Higgins, no, slowly enunciating a cup of tea. थोड़ा धीरे से बोलिए. Eliza, that's what I said, a cup of tea, right? Higgins, put your tongue forward. आप अपनी tongue को forward करिए, squeeze करिए again the top of your lower teeth and then say cup. She is just trying to see, I can't, right? Then cup. Pickering, excellent job, Miss Eliza. बहुत अच्छा किया आपने. Higgins, please, by God, she has gone for the first shoot. चलो थोड़ा सा तो सीखी. Now say थी, can you hear the difference between what I say? क्या आपको समझ में आता है मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? Eliza, no, except it sounds more gentle like when you do. ये बहुत ही ज्यादा gentle और calm और बहुत soothing voice लगती है जब आप बोलती हैं. Higgins, exactly. You have the hang it on here. Take a chocolate. ऐसा ही तो सीखना है आपको. This is a chocolate for you. It's a tough job, my friend, but not impossible. थोड़ा tough है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है that it is impossible. By God, I will shall make a lady out of her. I will definitely teach her in a awesome way. It has been adapted and abridged from G.B. Shaw Parliament, right? Moving on to this word meaning, phonograph is of course a recorded player. Saucy is of course आप बहुत ही ज़्यादा rudely manner में बोल रहे हैं. And genteel is of course polite. Pence is a unit of British currency. Shilling is of course a former British coin. Atrocious means very bad. बहुत ही गंदी आवाज़. Innate means isn't. Nanny hammer is of course foolish or silly person. Folly is of course stupid, or you can say foolish actions. Plebeian is of course an ordinary person who used as an insult, right, indicate a lack of culture and of course education. Short means make someone give you something जो आपको वो देना चाहते हैं. Exquisitely means in a very beautiful and an inquisitive manner. Grimly is of course an exclamation used to claim the surprise. Conceit means बहुत ही ज्यादा अपने बारे में आप बहुत ही proudly feel कर रहे हैं. Abash means ashamed. Straddling means long steps पे चलना. It's fidgeting means keep moving your body, your hands because of nervousness. Fidgeting मतलब कांपते रहना, right? And enunciating means pronouncing each word so correctly, right? Moving on to this practice time, we'll be competing with all the MCQs. When does this Act 2 Scene 1 begin? It begins at around 11 a.m. What is the flower girl's name? का क्या नाम था? That was Eliza Doolittle, right? What does the Higgins give to Eliza at the end of the scene? Of course, it was a tea. What's the name of the word? Abash. You mean it is of course the ashamed, right? What's the meaning of word? Police is of course stupid, right? Moving on to this fill in the blanks. I don't want a dash on my head. I don't want Zanini hammer. मेरे को सर दर्दी नहीं चाहिए है. Right? I found you rather tiresome. Right? आई शैल मेक अ डचेस ऑफ दिस प्लेबिनियन. मैं इनका क्या कर दूंगी, इसको बहुत अच्छा बना दूंगी. The greatest difficulty that you will be able to get to talk to her grammar. उसको ग्रामर सिखाना बहुत ही मुश्किल है. Look, what's the spelling of grammar? It's AR. You people usually put E over here, it's A, right? I think you have come to dash money from me. You have come to extort money from me. मेरे से पैसे निकालने के लिए आए हो. Right? Moving on to this fill in the blanks. Higgins give Aliza a cup of tea at the last scene. Of course, this is true. Right? The greatest difficulty with Eliza is को grammar सिखाना मुश्किल है. Yes, this is true. Eliza's stepmother turned her out when she was making big enough for money. Yes, this is true. The meaning of word abash is sad. Is sad. This is absolutely false. And the meaning of this striding is of course walking with the long steps. This is true, right? Moving on to this question answers. Please complete all these question answers at your own. And I hope you all understood this chapter. And keep doing all those word meanings and keep doing reading each day and keep working hard for your exams and stay blessed. Thank you.